Hi, how's everybody doing? We are moving into a pretty unprecedented energy right now. And so, what I've decided to do this time is to make an energetic update. So, this energetic update is going to be for what is going on between 11:11 and 12:26. The energy from 11:11 for me came in a couple days before that date. But there's a lot of propulsion going on in these changes right now. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Okay, from 11:11 to 12:26, we have this enormous, almost like vortex of energy that's happening from within the universe that is affecting planet Earth as an electromagnetic being, and also affecting us as an electromagnetic being as well. The energy very much and very drastically affects the core of the planet. And for us, the core of us is our heart space. That's our electromagnetic place where we make changes from. So from 11:11 to 12:26, we have this ginormous amount of energy. I can talk. I know I can. Coming in. It's already here. And what's happening? It's going to continue to pick up speed, and pick up speed. It's not going to stop, and it's going to keep going until we crescendo on 12:26 with this energy. Again, this is a universal electromagnetic energy, and we are universal electromagnetic beings. So we're going to be affected by this in several different ways. The biggest thing to know right now is that you've been asking for, praying about, meditating about massive change in your life, in your careers, in your relationships, in your spirituality, in your awakeness, in the awakened conscious expansion of the whole planet. This time right now, this crescendo is about having all of that electromagnetic energy come in and push us in the direction that we've been asking for a really, really long time. That's important to know. How we look at those changes, what our perspective is on those changes, and how this energy is working for us is crucially important at this time. Let us be real for a second here. There are days and times when we may not feel like doing things. I've had a hard time kind of sitting here with my information for a while, but some things happened that I was really having a very difficult time processing. That's the best way I can say it. And having a difficult time processing meant that I wasn't able to process this to the point that I could share, or the point that I could really be comfortable sharing what was going on with me or within me. So to be completely real and completely honest and transparent, stepping into mission and coming into alignment with divine partnership is messy. It's messy. So if you think by asking for a divine partnership, whatever that means to you, that may mean soulmate, that may be twin flame, that may be divine partnership, doesn't matter. Don't judge yourself for the choice that you made prior to coming here. And please don't judge other people around you. Whatever they've chosen is awesome. Let people use the words, the phrases that they want to use that are helpful to them, okay? Let's just recognize that all of these things are divine partnership. And again, stepping into any one of these kinds of divine partnership and stepping into our mission, even if we're not fully there, even when we start to come into this direction, it's a mess. Your life is going to become a mess, okay? It's like, look at chaos theory. We cannot rebuild or restructure or regroup or realign, and that's what we're doing right now, without making this mess, okay? We have to take a different approach and a different perspective on the mess that we're making to change our lives right now. It's crucially important for us to look at these things from an objective point of view. Again, we've been praying, we've been meditating, we've been asking God, we've been aligning with source, we've been asking for universal assistance with so many things. It's here right now. That's so important to take advantage of that. Now, here's what I want you to know. When you ask for something, we're not to the point in our creation or creator abilities or co-creator abilities at this point to say, I want this to happen and I want it to happen A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. That's not the point of creation or co-creation we are at now. The point of creation we are in this moment is we have a huge amount of energy coming in to push our life into the alignment that we have been asking for a very long time. Again, that's going to look like a mess. For some people, it may look like an absolute disaster. Okay. You've got to find the humor in this, because if we were at the point where we could co-create and create things with the exact steps we wanted, that would be awesome. But we're really not doing it that way right now. And then, so we want to make sure that we're not letting the ego get in and decide how we're deciphering what is happening to us right in this very moment of now. So we've asked, we've prayed, we've meditated for assistance with a certain thing, okay? Let's say I'm out of alignment with my job. I'm out of alignment, maybe even past being out of alignment with my job. I'm out of alignment with the entire field that I've chosen to work in. Let's use that for an example, okay? So I'm out of alignment with that job. I go to work on Monday and I get fired. My 3D body, brain, mind, egoic self says, oh my God, why is this happening to me? What am I going to do? How am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to provide? Chatter, 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 chatter of the brain. We have to ignore the chatter of the brain. If you knew that you're out of alignment with the job that you were doing, and if you knew that you're out of alignment with the career field that you chose, this is the universe giving you a gift. And I talked about that very briefly yesterday. Whatever is a big giant mess in your life right now is an absolute gift to you. Okay. It's, again, we go back to perspective. You may be in a relationship that's not in alignment with you. Do you need to beat yourself up over that? Absolutely not. Do you need to feel guilt and shame about choosing the wrong partner? No, because it very well could have been the right partner and the right thing for in your life when you chose it. But the important, really important part is for us to realize that while we chose things in the past that were beneficial at the time, when they no longer become beneficial and we refuse to let them go, that's when we really start having some issues, problems with our life and with the alignment of things in our life. Another example I will use is you're married, okay? You don't see eye to eye on anything in the expanded consciousness field of what's going on. Your partner's in 3D, you're experiencing, it's starting to, or in the middle of experiencing multidimensionality. That's probably not going to work. But instead of going back and saying, I chose wrongly, or I made a bad decision, you didn't make a decision. We always work with the energy, the influence, and the creativity we have in that moment. the thing that it's important is to, when we realize we're then out of alignment, is that we have to make that change. Now, what happens when we don't make that change, when we know we need to, is little things start to explode. Like I had talked about briefly yesterday, you're going to start getting these booms in your life. You may get fired from your job, or the place you work may go out of business. You may work in a profession that requires you to do things that morally and spiritually you're not in alignment with. You've got to let these things go. And that doesn't mean that we don't give attention, honor, respect to where we have been and what we have previously chosen. But again, we've got to get out of things that are not in alignment with us. And what I'm starting to see now is people are having these different booms within their career, within their relationships, because they don't want to let them go. So, for example, I am no longer in resignation with my husband. I can't deal with the relationship. Let's say I go to universe and I say, okay, universe, God, source, give me strength, give me courage, give me momentum to get myself out of this situation. A week from now, I find out he's been cheating on me. Do I get angry? Do I get mad? Do I get vengeful? Do I do all these things that my 3D mind and that speak from my 3D mind and from my ego? Absolutely not. It's all about my perspective. If I already wanted to be out of alignment, if I already wanted to be out of something that is no longer in alignment with me, and that comes through as that person cheating on me, that is what I've asked for. Again, since we're not at the point of co-creation or creation, when we can decide exactly how we want to do it and what steps we want to exactly have it in, we have to be giving thanks and praise and gratitude for the fact that it is showing up and giving us momentum to change the things that we desperately need to change within ourselves and within our lives. Again, stepping into mission, stepping into divine partnership. It's messy. It's very, very, very messy. Okay. My life has been a huge mess. I have been sick for 14 months. And I mean really, really sick. I didn't think I was going to make it through this. Did I ask to be sick? Did I ask to be in pain? Did I ask for all this discomfort? Absolutely not. I didn't. And it's been hard, a really hard thing for me to deal with. And though I didn't ask to be sick for the last 14 months, I'll tell you what I did ask for. I asked for very radical change in my life. I asked for radical change in what I was doing for a living. I asked for radical change in my relationships. And that wasn't coming about for me because I was staying in those relationships and I was staying in that field I'd been working in for 28 years. And when I asked universe to provide that divine partnership for me, and when I asked universe to provide me with something that I can do to assist the greater good through this transition, never in a million years did I thought that I was going to be doing intuitive readings for people. Never. And when that came about, I've been rejecting that. Okay, I've been rejecting that nudge to do this for almost as long as I've been sick, actually. So again, didn't ask to be sick, but I did ask for radical change. Now, how has that radical change of being sick affected me? Well, I can tell you firsthand, one of the major things that it's done for me is when I talk to people, I am absolutely transparent, honest, and to the point. And I was kind of like that already anyway, but that's really stepped up a notch. You can bet if I love you that I'm going to tell you with my full heart that I love you, because I don't know, and none of us know what tomorrow is going to bring. And this time, this energy, this 11:11 to 12:26 gateway is all about allowing and inviting this radical electromagnetic change to happen within our body and within our lives. And we cannot do that while we're holding on to things that don't serve our higher purpose. Okay? Yeah, absolutely gotta let it go. Not an easy thing to do. This has not been an easy year for me at all, but I will tell you, when I started doing readings, that changed my energy. I went out to take a walk and I thought, you know what? I don't feel any different walking, sitting, making a video, running, or dancing. So I might as well run. I might as well get in the best shape of my life. I might as well get prepared for everything that I've been asking for, because it's coming. I know it's coming. I can feel it's coming. And you guys know I post about this stuff all the time. And then people say, oh, are you in union? Have you met that person? No, I haven't. But I'm still listening to what my whole self is, all my dimensional aspects of my soul, including my higher self, telling me, you need to do this, you need to say this, you need to be on track with doing this particular thing. And when I started listening to that, I started feeling better. That's when I started feeling better. It's amazing. And, you know, I've just decided, why not do everything that I want to do? Why not do, you know, who cares? I don't care what somebody else is doing, what other people are doing, because I'll tell you something right now. Whoever that person is for me, whoever that person is to me, and that relationship that hasn't shown up, or has only shown up partially, or has yet to become in alignment with showing up all the way, it doesn't matter what that other person is doing, okay? The male is the electric component to this relationship. The female is the magnet. The only way we magnetize what we are called to have, what is our divine birthright in our lives, is to work on our own magnetic field. Okay. If I'm sitting around wondering, thinking about what that other person is doing, where they are, what they're stuck in, any of those things, I am the magnet to change in my body. I am the magnet to change in my life. And that is the only thing that pulls into alignment the people, places, and things that are meant for me. I've started doing, besides telling everyone that I love them and being really transparent and honest, one of the other things I've started doing as well is dancing while I'm running. So I have this kind of like Irish jig music, and I put it on, and I live in a busy city, but I just decided I don't care anymore. I don't care about anything that's out of alignment. So I put this music on, and I am dancing while I'm running down the street. And last night I decided that wasn't enough. My driveway's about 200 feet long, and so I put that same music on when my neighbor's outside walking the dog, and I'm dancing up and down and up and down and up and down the driveway. And just then one of my friends messaged me and said, you need to vibrate higher. And I said, I don't even know if that's possible, because right now I'm on the Richter scale. So I spent 40 minutes just dancing up and down the 200-foot driveway. I know what I need to do to pull myself into alignment, what somebody else is doing, and the contracts that we made before we came in here, and how those are working out, how those are lining up, or what's going on with those in that field. That's really none of my business, okay? It's none of my business. I am here to use the power and the things that I have to bring alignment into my life. That is the only thing that brings that relationship into this life. It's not anything I can say to that person. It's not any email that I can write. It's not any kind of 3D communication whatsoever. What magnetizes to me my divine birthright is me absolutely working on myself, my highest good, and the reason I came here. And as you guys know, since I'm at an all or nothing stage here in the last couple months of my life, I did have graciously my son Zach set up my YouTube account, so I will now be posting videos on YouTube. This is so exciting to me, and the momentum that's going on, like in this 30 something day period, is astronomical. Anything that you need to break through, any ties that you need to cut, it's definitely the time to do it. If you can muster up the energy, the strength, and the courage within you to make the changes that you desperately need to change your life in the direction that you want to do that. Getting myself on YouTube was something that was part of that. Also, my mom and dad are both watching my videos. And that's amazing for me to have that kind of support. And my dad told me yesterday when I talked to him on the phone that he's like, you need to do TikTok. And I said, well, TikTok's only 3 minutes. And, my videos are much longer than 3 minutes. And he doesn't really know much about TikTok at all. But he said, nope, I'm getting TikTok for you. So thank you, Dad. I'm going to get on TikTok too. So I'm going to be all over the place in the highest possible version of myself, magnetizing everything into my life and into my heart space that is my divine birthright. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for giving me the support and the courage and the feedback to do this. It's been monumental. I probably say that in every video, but that's because it's true. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hopping on over to YouTube, supporting me, subscribing. Even if you don't want to watch my videos on YouTube, you can subscribe, just to give momentum to the new direction of my life. That would be a very, very beautiful thing to me, because as I said, the more I pull myself into divine alignment, the better I feel. I know that I'm going to get through this. Okay, but what's on the other side? For me, and what I've asked for is the mission. This is my mission. My mission is very much about communication, and I know that's changed and evolved and will continue to change and evolve, but it's very much about communication. So in the future, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to kind of give, I haven't decided exactly whether it's going to be monthly or whether it's going to be weekly, but I'm going to do an energetic update, and that energetic update is going to directly correspond to your relationships, what is happening within the first wave as far as energy and momentum, and what we're being called to do, and what that energy and information is. And that's how I'm going to do this. All right. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your love. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.